Um, hey everybody, my name is Brandon Wright, and I'm currently a senior at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. My major is marketing with hopefully a concentration in advertising, retailing, or entertainment marketing. I was born and raised in Charlotte before moving to Greensboro when I was 18, and I went to North Mecklenburg High and graduated from Lake Norman Charter High School. And I played basketball, football, and ran track as a sprinter for the North Meck track team. And before I even came to college, I was kind of a terrible public speaker. Something about having 20 to 30 eyes stare at you was unsettling, and it made me feel very uneasy. And I loved group work because it was not too bad having other people in front of the class with you. But when it was just me, I would have a dreadful feeling towards presenting. My freshman year of college, I actually took a intro to communications course, and the first assignment given to the whole class was an introductory speech. And everyone in the class had to bring in three objects that represented their past, present, and future. And I literally waited like a day or two before I had to present to start working on my speech. And I didn't want to think about having to stand there for 3 minutes and talk about myself. As I reluctantly was working on my speech, I sort of had a realization, and it brought me back to when I was a kid in my childhood, and it brought me back to like those days of summer camp where I had no choice but to introduce myself or not make friends and be alone at summer camp. And back then it was really easy just to introduce yourself and get to know someone. And I realized that that experience could become a part of my past. And it also brought me back to my days of high school as well. My junior year, I decided to get more active and participate in the newspaper as a sports columnist, and I also joined the recycling club. The recycling club. And being in those clubs, it forced me to come out of my shell and speak and voice my opinions. For example, when I was in the newspaper, I had to have a weekly meeting with my editor, and we would discuss, the articles that we would put in the newspaper. And also that summer, before senior year, or after senior year, excuse me, I participated in a leadership camp at North Carolina State that really influenced me and stuck with me as I entered college. And the lessons that I learned there resonated with me because it taught me that being a leader is a good way to make an impression not only on other people but on you as well. And I figured that could be a representation of my present. And so when that awful day came where I had to come and present for my professor and the rest of the class, the professor that she asked if anyone wanted to come up and present before she started calling on people. She had a whole system set up where she would pull out names out of a hat, and if your name was pulled, you had to go. And I decided to actually take initiative, and I was one of the first people to present. Probably, I think it was third or fourth to present. And for my speech, I brought a summer camp T-shirt from when I was a kid as my pass, a leadership badge that I got from state as my present, and then I had a UNCG sports poster because I was a UNCG sports marketing intern at the time of school. And as it turned out, my speech turned out really well. I got an A, and the only comments that my teacher had were just to slow down and to take pauses between, I guess paragraphs and speech sentences. And I realized that presenting in front of the class is not really as scary as one would think. It's not that hard. It all comes down to just calming yourself and taking a deep breath, and just if you have a starting point and ending point and you have three key points in the middle, it's not hard. You just talk, and you're just prepared and you're ready. And it's not like any of the students care anyway, so it makes it a little bit easier. And it also makes you look like a pro in front of your professor. So that's me, and that's my speech. Thanks.